Did you know that as well as all of the free plugins we have here in GarageBand, we also have the ability to add in a bunch of free audio unit extension plugins provided by Apple? Well, it's true, and in this video, I'm going to show you how. Let's go. Hi, my name is Pete, and this is Studio Live today, where I help you create, record, and release your best music. Now, as well as all of our great GarageBand effects that we have here, and all of the presets that we can add in here, there is one other place where we can add in a bunch of free AU or audio unit plugins right here in GarageBand. And it's a bit of a weird way to get to it, so let's jump in and show you how to get it done now. Now, to enable this feature, we don't need to do it within the GarageBand app, we need to do it within Settings. So let's tap on the Settings app here and scroll down until we get to our apps, and eventually we will find GarageBand. Let's tap on GarageBand here, and here we've got a bunch of different settings for GarageBand. The one we're looking at is this one here, Enable iOS Effect Plugins. We're going to tap on that one, and that is now in and done. That's all we need to do here. Now, what I suggest you do then is double tap or do whatever you need to switch out your apps and close out of GarageBand. And then the next time we open GarageBand, we should have these new effect plugins ready to use. So we're back in our GarageBand song. We're going to go to Plugins and EQ here. And if you want to learn more about using plugins and effects in GarageBand, check out the video up the top and down in the description. But what we're going to do is tap on Edit, and then hit one of these plus buttons over here to add a new effect, like so. And now, drum roll please, when we tap Audio Unit Extensions, check this out. We've got a bandpass filter, delay, distortion, dynamics processor, high pass filter, high shelf filter, a pod EQ, a low pass filter, a high low shelf filter, a band EQ, a new pitch, which is a pitch control. We've got parametric EQ, we've got a peak limiter, we've got reverb, and we've got sample delay. So we have all of these for free from Apple that we didn't have before. So let's just show you a little bit about how these work here now. So I've got a very simple little piano part here. I'm going to tap on Plugins and EQ, I'm going to tap Edit, and then I'm going to tap a plus button here, and then go to Audio Unit Extensions. Now, the one I'm going to show here is the delay, just because it's the easiest to actually hear. So if we tap delay on there, what we can now do is tap on this little orange button here, and here is all of our settings. Now, it's not laid out beautifully, and I will have videos coming up as well as ones I've already done, which have more information. So check the link up the top and in the description. But let's just say that we wanted this to be a really wet mix here, lots and lots of delay on it. So let's now hit the play button to listen to this. So you can hear there, whoop, there's that delay as we go away. Now, what I probably should have showed you is what this actually sounds like without the delay. So let's turn that off and take a listen to this now. Sounds pretty good. Now, obviously you wouldn't put it 100% wet like I did there. I just wanted to show you how it works. So let's dial this down to maybe like, 8%, 9%, 10%. Let's try this and see what it sounds like now. Even too much, right? Because we've got the delay time at 1 second as well. We can drop the delay time. So let's put the delay time like just by 0.1 second. We'll put the dry wet down here as well. Sorry, I know my hand's in my way a bit there. And now try it at like 6% dry wet, and then with a lower delay. So you can just hear that little bit of delay there, yeah, where we've got 6% and we've got the delay down. So you might be saying, Pete, this is great. We've already got a delay plugin. Why do we need this one? Well, the thing is, we've got all of these other plugins as well. And some of the ones that we do have here, we don't actually have a standard plugin for. So things like a limiter and things like dynamics processors and EQs, we get a lot more control over these. And as I mentioned before, I've got a bunch of videos already and more coming out, which will cover all of these different plugins in the future. Now, before we finish up, just one warning. Here's a small problem, and that is that if you go out of your track like this and then go back into the track, it's going to reset your different parameters that we have here. Now, this is the case if you're on iOS 12 or iOS 11. The good news is that the new version, iOS 13, has fixed this problem. So yes, they're celebrating in the streets as we speak because it means you won't have that problem. But if you are on iOS 12, I'm very sorry. Whenever you close your project, it's going to re-default any of these settings back to what they were. So it's not super useful on those older versions, but certainly very useful if you're running GarageBand 2.3.8 on iOS 13. So there you go, a bunch of free new plugins that you can use and play around with in your GarageBand projects. If you want to check out some more videos, including one where I master using the limiter plugin right in here, check out those two down below. You can subscribe to the channel by clicking or tapping on the Studio Live Today icon, and I'll see you on the next one.